I only went away for a few days, but I missed you so much. I truly did. I did hang out with the members on a new thing that we've got, which is called the Members. I only went away for a few days. We're gonna have an echo. I missed you so. Sorry about the echo. We started a new members thing. It's not an obligation. It's really, really laid back. It is called 1111 True Crime Members Radio, so live radio. And basically, we just listen to different influencers, creators on different cases. I throw in some commentary while I create a fairy tale world for you guys. So it's a lot of fun. It's relaxing. I promise you, you get a live chat as a member to settle in with a group for a couple hours while we just hang out and let our hair down. So that's been what's been going on in the background. Now, while I've been away, there has been some stuff like there in one of the cases I'm working that I've always been in since the beginning was the Delphi case. Not since the beginning. It was like 2 years after it that I got in looking at it. But anyway, there's new info on that. And then there's a bombshell for me, like miracle, blown away, that I'm starting to see this happen, and I'll be sharing that over on our second channel, which is 1111 Crime Story, after this. So today over here, I want to welcome you back to 1111 True Crime. What in the world? OMG. So let me bring you up to speed. So a fellow creator that has a small unmonetized channel that likes to do comedy started seeing like the goodness in what Chris Tenegrief and Lucky did for Jay Slater, and started having like questioning things and bringing it out. And I respect that person's humble opinion. I do. If they feel that they want to applaud Chris and Lucky, more power to them. All right, that being said, then there's another creator who's book smart, very good with words, very highly intelligent, and been working this case, and has had a lot of tension, and there's been communication between Lucky and him. And I don't know about Chris Tenegrief or not, but Zaxxon, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I will come back to that in just a minute. Let me freeze chat. Whoops, there it is. And, okay, so there's been a little bit back and forth. So then Chris went on his channel and he tagged Making Waves video that I did on his community post of his new YouTube. See, this is the thing. See, Benji wants his name out there, wants to start his own thing. Chris wants to start his own thing. So what they're doing is they're poking the people to squawk out about them, to get the attention on their names. So this creator, they go to in kindness because he's just had a tip with everybody else over here. So he's kind of feeling like, and not all the creators are agreeing with him. So they cuddle up to him, and now he's seeing them in a good light. Okay. Then you go back over here, and where I've been working, he picks the one video that is about Tom H, that I've done many, but this one is specifically about Tom H, right? And it's called Making Waves, and he tags it, and he literally ridicules the hell out of me. I just simply thanked him for the shout out, and thank you for letting me know we're in the right direction. And I moved on because I'm not going to give him a lot of attention. However, I pop into bed last night, and Duncan came on, and I love watching Duncan, so I was watching Duncan, and he was quite like, ooh, and I'm like, okay, what happened? So, soon as he said that Chris Tenegrief had made a threat towards him, he said he had put the link down below. I just jumped off that video and went and watched it. OMG. Holy shnikes, mental breakdown. Totally mental, bro. Like, that was the most wicked laughter after threatening 2 human being lives I've ever heard. Threw his head back in absolute cackling laughter with them crooked damn teeth. It made me think of Hills Have the Eyes, and I literally was triggered by fear for a minute how wicked that was. So here's what I heard with my own ears coming out of his face while he's on screen. Chris Tenegrief, he says he made, now I'm paraphrasing, but this is what he said. There's people out here that can tell you. He went on this and he is like, I got 2 on my list. The number 1 on my list is Arctic Nick. The second one on my list is Duncan Smith. We're going to get rid of number 1 off that list. And when we're done getting rid of number 1, we're going to get rid of number 2. So I was like, what? But then he was like, ha 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 ha. Over the top, like Count Dracula off of Sesame Street, wild. And I just literally was like, what the actual is wrong with you? What is mentally wrong with that? So naturally, Duncan has reported this to the authorities, the proper authorities. He wasn't the only one that had eyes on that. So deleting it today may have been due to legal reasons, YouTube reasons, or trying to cover what you did. I don't know. That was insane. But that being said, I want to thank my moderators for modding and doing a great job. And then we're going to get into it a little bit of my personal view, and that's all I can speak for is myself. So, I want to thank Rach, not that Rach, W. Gazzardo, and Jennifer Swain for modding. And get ready for a little bit of a bumpy ride because you might want to buckle up. All right, so here's the deal. I'm actually going to leave my mods to the chat and me because I have some things to speak on. Why do we do true crime? Now, I counted last week or at the beginning of this week, 91 cases I've done. Jay Slater is but one, and honestly, Gabby Petito was a lot bigger than this for me. There was a lot of other bigger cases, but Jay Slater is a big case. All right. That being said, I'm just trying to show you it's not my first rodeo. In what I do, I have been called grifters. I have been called whatever. It doesn't matter. We always get accused of it. In this process of trying to fight for justice for the actual victim, I always remind myself and I always stand on this fact. And it's really important because you can lose track when somebody starts trying to manipulate you and pack your guilt bags to get you to quit looking in the direction of truth. And I have learned to recognize when someone tries to pack my guilt bags, and when I forget and I disregard my intuition that this person's trying to manipulate me, I fall for it. And then I blow up and I lose my shit. But this is so blatant. This is so blatant that I'm not even losing my shit because I can see it. And here's the fact. The fact is that Jay Slater is the only one that lost his life and is the victim. No one in this case can deny that Jay is the victim. There are those loved ones that are grieving and hurt and all kinds of emotions, but they're not the true victim. No, they're living their life. They have choices. They still have their life. And so I don't work for clients. I've never worked for a parent in my life because it would leave me biased. You heard me right. It's why I won't do things like, I admire others that do. That's their place in life, but it's not mine. I'm not going to buddy up to anybody in the case that is hot in the seat, regardless of what. Like we're hearing Rach say things on this recording of Warren better back off. And what am I thinking, just left with speculation, would be, wow, Warren was really showing off Brad and Rachel a lot. So the heat was getting applied because he wasn't showing off Lucy. He wasn't showing Brandon. He was showing Brad sitting on the TikTok. He was showing, Rach when she was like, don't leave me alone, Warren. Is this where somebody was kept? Would they put on a ship? Could they have been sent away? That's what Warren was showing us. So that's all I can do is draw a conclusion. But the thing I'm saying is, I don't really 100% know if I trust Warren, and I damn sure don't trust Debbie at this point, to come with the truth. Not that they have anything to do with Jay's demise at all. Just simply that they might be being coerced, manipulated to believe some wild story, whatever. So I don't work for the parent. So you can't guilt me into how I'm tearing up the family, because I'm here for one goal and one goal only. And that, my friend, is to get Jay actual truth known. That's it. So we're on two different pages if you're thinking that I want credit and a pat on the back for, putting the family on a pedestal. No, nay. I wish them well. I wish them healing. But I don't think of it as putting the family first. I never will. So if you're here and you subscribe because you want me to put the family of the victim first and their feelings first, rather than focus on the victim, then unfortunately you're here on the wrong pretense, because that has never been me, not in one case in my life. In fact, I was with a family, boots on the ground, in freezing ass snow for days with many of my good friends, with the mother of a missing girl named Cassie Aon here in Wisconsin. Falling through snow all of a sudden this deep in the haymound, looking for this girl. Just because you were a searcher where you live in Tenerife does not make you a hero, even if you find that person. What makes you a hero is doing the honest to God right thing. Now, if you don't, Chris and Lucky, this is directly to you. If you did not trust the Guardia Civil, and that's what you're preaching, is that you guys took him on or Jay wouldn't have been found. You're preaching this out there because you want credit, right? It's not about Jay. It's about getting credit where credit is due, right? Because you're boys. You're not men. But anyway, I digress. If we look at that scenario where you didn't trust the Guardia Civil, and so you put pressure on the Guardia Civil in order to get Jay found, you basically are doing, or did do, exactly what we are doing. We do not buy the narrative that this boy walked off the cliff. So how dare you be so hypocritical as to come up against us because we're challenging the same exact administrative and government that you yourself went up against. Now the difference is We didn't come into your chat. I never did. I never came into your chat, your YouTube, your TikTok, nothing. Not once did I go into my channel and go, okay, or any channel I've ever had, and take it over there and be like, I'm going to troll this dude while he tries to push up against the civil guard here, or the avocados. I was all like, oh, wow, watching you and keeping my mouth shut. Watching and watching and watching. But then, and this is the difference between a troll and somebody that's actually commenting. A commenter comes in, they say their piece, it's usually respectful. When they want to express themselves, they do it on their own home turf. But when said person, whoever they be, go off into somebody else's chat or on somebody else's channel and begin to distract and throw out negative energy and just throw the room into a tizzy, that is a troll. And I've never told anybody in my life. Have I used my platform to speak my piece? Absolutely. Do I believe the civil avocados? No, I do not. No more than you did. So when we have to thank you for having the balls, you and Lucky, to stand up to the civil avocados to find Jay, we're the other side of the coin, you would think, which is to say, wait a minute, we don't buy this whole narrative that Jay walked off the cliff. They did not even forensic out the car he arrived in, and we're not seeing the proof of him up in Masca, and you come and bully us for that? That's a hypocrite, in my book. Because we're here fighting for Jay. So you can't come on alive and guilt trip me or any of my 11 true crimers into saying this is so hard on the family, because the family know to stay off social media. They just do. I mean, it was a hell of a lot worse in the beginning with TikTok. I don't even know what the hell was going on. It was like absolutely wild, insane, horrible. So I am not throwing shade on their son. I am not throwing shade at Jay at all. I'm working to get the truth out. Why would anybody in the family be so tore up about me asking questions about Ahab, such as Ahab not talking to the family, refusing to talk to the family, knowing that Debbie wants to talk to him? He said it himself, and Ahab's not ready. He doesn't know if he'll ever be ready. Why? If there's nothing nefarious. So how could Chris or Lucky possibly, logically, draw the conclusion that it's okay to target those that have questions such as, why would the last person that themselves said they were the last one to ever speak face to face with Jay refuse to talk to the mother when they are the very person that removed their child, removed the mother's child from public and took him to the mountains? And yet he won't even give a reason to the mother, or even say, here's what version I can give you. Nothing. But hey, nothing to see here, right? So don't get all high and mighty and think that you're winning any race here, because there's no race. See, you're going to do you, I'm going to do me. And all I have to say is, for you guys out there that are looking at the Chris Kool-Aid, don't drink it. Because if you have the ability, and I'm not going to show it for legal purposes, and I mean that, if you have the ability to watch Chris in the last 5 minutes of his video that Duncan is going on about, you will see a whole big lot of scary. Yep. But hey, you want to be friends with that dude? Go right ahead. I personally will tell you, he ain't gonna be doing that to me because he knows damn well I will get a lawyer and I will go to civil court. I will take you through the ringer, dude. You threaten my situation. That's ridiculous. That's on a whole new level. And Duncan, I stand by what you're doing. You're asking questions. You're doing it in a civil way. You're not threatening anybody. That's crazy. Now, I'm going to get back on chat. But you can't get in our face. You can't make me feel guilty for not being boots on the ground in Tenerife. And not, no. Nay. It depends on where you are. I've been boots on the ground lately for Sebastian Rogers. And ain't nobody seen nothing. I just know what I'm doing. And if I get something, it goes to the cops, not to YouTube. Say, you're not the only one boots on the ground. And it's really about credit, isn't it? If we're really being honest here, you want everybody to applaud you and to give you a cookie and a trophy and pat you on the back. That's all you really want. And if that's what it takes, I will say, if that's all it takes, if that's all you need, is for us to be grateful and we come to a truce and you just quietly let us continue to look for justice for Jay without threatening the lives of influencers, human beings that are doing their best. If that's all it'll take, I will tell you right now, honestly, thank you, humbly, for finding Jay Slater's whereabouts. And if you had something to do with guiding the helicopter to where he was, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm not here for war. I'm here to do a job. I'm here to cover cases. But I won't be bullied. And you can ridicule me all you want. All it does is make it laughable. Like, if Tom was really arrested, do you think I would have went on Duncan's page and put that crap? No. If Tom was arrested, you know damn well I'd have been on here with a messy hairdo, my PJs on, no makeup, going, oh my gosh, we're live. And it would have been broadcast everywhere. See, it didn't work because my viewers know I'm honest. Because I'm here to get the truth. And you can call me all the names you want. Because it took me a long time, years, of working the cases for free to realize if I'm going to put this much work into these cases and this much of my heart and soul, I should monetize so the advertisers can pay my bills and I can stay focused. So I'm not going to let trolls ruin that. All right, I'm going to get chat back on the board, you guys. I'm coming up to top side. I've had my say. It's flying so much, I can't read chat. Welcome to all the Moonies. There were 5 Moonies. Hey, MCB42. Caddy. I mean, chat's going like crazy. Jay's body was found by a hiker on July 12th. That's what I had heard. That is what I had heard, but I don't know for sure. MCB, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Carnival Queen, threaten though. All we want is justice for Jay. Amen. Mama D, you're way too smart for this. Thank you, Ocean Deep 24. I'm just not going to get triggered anymore. Threats to Duncan will be a mistake. He has. I'm going to read it. And hopefully Moon heads over. Chris gets arrested. Who knows, right, Gary? Yeah. Too cool to drill, says Gary T. He has reported it to Tenerife. Yep, it's out there. Somebody that would threaten another person's life. Let me ask a question. Let's change the question. So, you're in Tenerife, and you get a bug up your butt where you live in Tenerife to become a searcher out of the goodness of your heart. And you look for Jay. And you say, even knowing how horrible everybody treated us and all this, I would do it again in a minute if it will allow those parents to have rest and peace, right? What about the people that were still missing and are missing in Tenerife? How come you didn't go look for those people so those parents could relax and be okay? There's a lot of them. So why just Jake? Because Tenerife, go missing in Tenerife, that's like they're out of bread again. It happens quite often, you know. I did have a good rest. I had a thorough good rest. I played Minecraft and hung out with members while I play. I didn't go on camera at all. We just do a radio, and I build on there, and I'm making my fairy tale world. I've been building that world for a couple years now, and it's gotten huge, and it's absolutely mind-blowingly beautiful, and it like takes everything down a notch. It allows everybody to chat at the same time. It's just a real chill. Like there's no trolls. It's troll free. It's amazing. It's really relaxing. We basically listen to Duncan and Wax and other creators, influencers that are giving out good information, and I kind of talk over them a little bit. Not much. I'm kind of quiet a lot because I'm building. Right now we're building a house for one of our moderators, Rach on there, a fairy tale house for her. She's picking the pieces and the parts. Next is Jennifer Swain. We're going to do all the mods. Then we're going to pick members and start giving them real estate in this game. And I'm going to build things based off what that member wants, and they get a little mailbox, and it's forever theirs, even if they're only a member for 1 month. Even if it's a free membership, if you get picked and your house gets built, your house will stay there. So it's just fun. We got to release some of the stress. Allison Steed said, if Duncan is getting threatened by CT, he is getting close to the truth, maybe, in my opinion. I agree with you, love. Poppy Lester, there's something about this case that has grabbed the world's attention for sure. It's because it doesn't work. The math ain't mathing. Apples to carrots, right? Trisha Hamilton Electric, he took it down after a drunk rant. It was bad. That was so damn serious and scary at the end when he was like, we're getting rid of one, and then when we get rid of number 1 on the list, we're going to get rid of number 2 on the list. And he did it like that with like intent. And then he kind of started to laugh. He was like, and then he goes into a full-blown cackle with his head thrown back. And I was like, whoa, I feel like I'm watching The Shining. What the hell? Like all work and no play make Jack a very scary person. I was like changing the words up. I was like, all drinking and no play is making Chris a very scary person. Like it was creepy, uncomfortable, like awkward. Like I just sat there. I almost titled the video Mama D at a loss for words. It was weird. Like creepy weird. Yes, Mariah. In my humble opinion, it felt very psychopathian. Not a diagnosis. Just how I felt that it reflected that type of energy. Here's Chris. Kind of weird. And I had already made the thumbnail. And I was like, don't drink the Kool-Aid kind of thumbnail. And then he did that. So I just took his little face off of his little rant and just stuck it on the belly of the Kool-Aid because I was like, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. James Riddick says, still don't think it was Jay's remains that got buried. Bad Gambler, how are you doing? David Matheson says Chris has been on the bucket fest by the sounds of it. I don't know what that means, but okay. Twin One, hello. You said I think he was serious hurt, but not dead, in my opinion. NCB, Carnival Queen is literally a 2-minute walk from my house where it happened. What are you talking about? I missed something. Ida, hello, Dan and Ida. Good afternoon, Mama D. This is Dan and Ida from Emmett, Idaho. My birthday is 2 weeks away. My anniversary is 2 weeks. Happy anniversary, Ida. and Dan. Appreciate you both so very much. And thanks for joining us. Cornish True Crime. Hello, lovely. You said we'll see what happens. This is just getting wild. I'm just catching up. Poppy Lester says Chris has hit the bottom by the looks of things. He lost the plot, in my opinion, and that it was crazy creepy. Like, you sent me the email? I'll check my email after this, White Widow. I know a lot of people probably recorded it, so it doesn't matter if he deleted. Carnival Queen, can't believe I trust Christy in the beginning. Then his psycho side came out. Very scary. I told y'all. That's why I was like, I ain't hanging out with nobody that wants him as a friend. I done seen him psychobabble. I ain't going into it. I ain't going to pretend. I'm not going to do it. And I said, don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm going on vacation for a few days. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, right? I leave. I go play some games and listen. And all this shite, somebody makes up a fake account to play Mama D, goes into Duncan's chat and makes a fake hoax post that I'm saying Tom H got arrested, and I'm like, what? I didn't even defend myself because I was like, that's absolutely hysterical. Everybody and their brother knows that's fake. There's no reason to even comment. I'm going to stay over here and keep building this little house on Minecraft till things kind of settle down. So, why won't Ahab talk to Debbie or Warren? That's a big deal, right? Kind of like Ophelia won't talk to Debbie or Warren. Ahab and Ophelia are the last two and the only two from Masca, and neither will speak to Jay's family. You feel me? So you're the mother of a missing child that comes up not okay. And the guy he was with and the last person to give him directions, neither one of them are willing to speak to you. And one of them had removed your child from a public setting and took him to that location out in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. Naomi, hello, lovely. They are all disgusting, in my opinion. Thank you for sharing your opinion. Look them in the eye. Look them in the eye, Ahab. Look Debbie and Warren in the eye individually and tell them what happened to Jay. I implore you. I beg you. I plead with you. Do it. I dare you. I dare you, quack, quack, whispers, Baker, man. Do it. Totally mad, man. Totally mad that you won't do it. You won't do it. And that is something I will put a stake in the ground and stand on. Is if both witnesses that allege that Jay was in Masca, and we have nothing else but those two witnesses, say Jay was in Masca, and neither witness will speak to the parents, ain't flying, doesn't pass a sniff test, ain't doing it. You live near that person, I won't say who you are. Oh, I'm so sorry, love. Lucky spreading shite saying Duncan is a pedo. Duncan is not, and Lucky and them do not know how to do anything but troll. They are excellent trollers. Now keep in mind, Chris Tenegrief lives in Tenegrief in property development, developing property. Roman is all into property that he needs to pretend is being developed. So we got to have a fake Airbnb. We're going to have a fake property developer. Boom! Right? Okay, thank you, Zaxxon. I will. Pinky Pup says if CT is so wealthy with companies and staff using jets, etc., why did he wander to the mountains alone and not hire a team or get his building staff to help? You get a gold star, you get the goat guy. What? For real? That's crazy. Thank you for sharing that. Viv says he arrived alive, he left alive. It's such a strange thing to say at that point when he's still a missing person. Sluggy is a child. Get BK to your Fortnite game. Sluggy. I don't know, love. I don't know. Well, thank you, Diane. Diane Wardle says, lovely to see you back, Mama D. Sorry I had to unsubscribe. My bank got hacked through YouTube. What? I've never heard of that. I'm so disappointed. That's horrible. I hope you get everything figured out. Just so you know, it costs no money to subscribe. Subscription to all our channels is absolutely free. You just put the button and you get a little subscribed. That just means then YouTube's allowed to send you a reminder when I go live. I get it, Dylan. You don't have to put your details on here on YouTube to subscribe, hon. That's what I'm telling you. Has nothing to do with your bank account to subscribe. That's totally free for everybody. MCB, can everyone light a candle for the 12-year-old boy, Leo Ross, who lost his life yesterday at the hand of a 14-year-old with a sharp-edged weapon? I can't say that other because of YouTube, but thank you. That's heartbreaking. Phil Hessop says, was also strange when Ahab said, I've done my part. He should have just said, I played my part, right? Because obviously he's done more than just been there and listened to the narrative or watched the narrative, because he won't talk to the parents. So, all right, my lovely loonies. Oh, you're talking about membership, Diane. Oh, I understand, hon. We just goofing off back there. We're not doing any case of research or anything. We're just goofing off on the member side. It's totally, absolutely, you're not missing nothing other than some people like to hang out like this on chat for a lot longer. And so it's more like me streaming my game while people chat. And we're listening to basically a true crime type radio. So it's a lot of fun, though. It is. It's downtime for me. It's how I relax. Barbara Dowd says, hi, Mama D. Everyone involved in Jay's disappearance are lying through their teeth, in my opinion. Hi, Danielle Candy. Debbie Fox. Teresa says, you can pay my membership with PayPal. Oh, you can pay membership with PayPal. Well, yeah, but if she's saying somehow YouTube, and I don't know if it's true, did that, she might want to not give any information. I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. I've never had that happen or heard of it before. Yep, the membership was in the link in the description below the video. Walker, that's me. Jay was done in the car, in my opinion. On the way to Masca, they parked the car along the side, and someone, we'll leave it at that, took him through the side door. That's why there were BLOOD spots on the steps, and moved him on from there. Thank you for sharing your theory. We are all getting twitchy because they know the truth will come out. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. All right, my lovely Luz, I have got some bombshell, like jaw on the floor information over in the Delphi case, as well as for me personally, I'm going to be sharing it on my second channel, 1111 Crime Story. This is wild. This is absolutely, I needed it right now in my life, and it is just absolutely truth coming out. The courts have released something, and I had information, and it's all coming together, and you are going to be the first to hear about it, because I've been like biting my lip to not scream it from the rooftops. Shocking. And it has changed my perception in the biggest way, not just in that case, but in my life. Like, boom. I'm going to tell you something. This changed my core belief, and that's the absolute truth. All right, my loves, let's go ahead and get ready to take the magic carpet ride and do the time warp again. So it's just a jump to the left and pull your knees in tight. Now jump on this thumbnail, you guys, and jump over with me. See you soon.